Steak Diane. Today I'm going to be making an old-time, really old, 1940-50 type dish, Steak Diane. And here are my ingredients. I have 2 shallots that I've diced. I've got about a tablespoon of chives, tablespoon of butter. I've got 4 whole cloves of garlic. Then I've got 4 more cloves of garlic that have been diced. 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Here I have some Worcestershire sauce, that's 2 teaspoons. And I've got some beef tallow. In addition, I've got cognac, and that's 1/4 cup. I've got a 1/3 cup of heavy cream. I've got here a 1/3 cup of demi-glace, and that's to be used in place of a broth. And I've got some mushrooms. These are called beach mushrooms. I have 2 of these 24-ounce bone-in beef New York strip steaks from snakeriverfarms that I'm going to be cooking today. These are pretty thick steaks. Ordinarily I do about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to carry these to about 3. Depending on how the crust looks. Now adding beef tallow and some butter. And I'm also going to add the 4 cloves of garlic. I'm now going to turn it on its side. I'm going to be cooking the Diane sauce. I've got beef tallow in my pan. And I'm going to add the mushrooms. And we're going to cook those long enough so that they can get a little wilty. These mushrooms are named beech, B-E-C-H mushrooms. And they're supposed to be really tasty. And they have to be cooked in order to get them tender. You can use just about any mushroom you want in making this. Oyster mushrooms, cremini, any of those. It's what you like. I'm now going to go in with the shallots. And now we're going to do the flamboyant part of this. And that's where we put in the cognac. Flame is out, which means that the alcohol is burned off. So now I'm going to put in the garlic. And all this fragrance. Now the demi-glace. I'm adding the Worcestershire sauce. Dijon mustard. And we'll let that all blend in together before we add the cream. And now I'm going to add the cream. And we'll let that go long enough so that it can reduce. And we'll have our completed steak Diane. We're also going to do a tasting because we're going to add salt and pepper. And that's to taste. I did a taste test and I added some pepper, and it did need some more salt. I was hesitant to add salt because I knew that demi-glace had a lot of salt in it from the process I used to make it. Now I'm going to go in with some butter. Just stir that around and mix. It's reducing and getting nice and creamy. Make sure I get the bits all around the edges and add back in there. That's flavor. We're done. Now all that's left is to plate it up. Now the thickness that you get is the thickness that you want, but typically you just take the back of the spoon and see if you can spread it. And it spreads nicely. And I think it's a nice consistency for drizzling on our bone-in Wagyu strip loin steaks. Steak Diane.